All right, if you are a fan of ice cream and you're a fan of Oreos, you are going to love this treat. You can make this in just 15 minutes on your own. Just leave it in the freezer for at least 5 hours after that, and then you are good to go. Now this has been dubbed the Oreogasm No Churn Ice Cream, and it is just incredible. For all of you Oreo lovers, you have to try this. All right, let's get it. All right, so this, like I said, is a very simple recipe. It just takes a handful of ingredients. You have your heavy whipping cream, sweetened condensed milk, Oreos, duh. Then you need a chocolate sauce and a caramel sauce. These are kind of your choice. I like to go with kind of the thicky, or the thick, fudgier stuff, just so that it kind of is a little more solid when it's actually in the ice cream itself. All right, and that's it. It's that simple, it really is. So let's get going. So I'm using my stand mixer here with a whisk attachment. You do not have to have a stand mixer for this. You can use a hand mixer, or if your forearms are feeling strong, get that whisk out, baby, and get going. I am not gonna be doing that. All right, you're gonna start off by doing 3 cups of heavy whipping cream. Now in these pints, you can get 2 cups for every pint. So you're gonna need 2 of these little containers if you decide to go this route. Then we're gonna whisk until we have stiff peaks. While this is whisking, to get the stiff peaks, I'm gonna go ahead and break up my Oreos. So I am using gluten-free double stuffed Oreos. Everything I do is gluten-free. Not that you have to do it that way, it's just the way that my family rolls. So in everything of Oreos, I'm sure you know you have 3 sleeves. A good way to think about this dessert is 2 sleeves are going to go into the dessert. The other sleeve is going to be a topping for the dessert. I go ahead and I crush up all of them at once in the same bag, and then I just kind of get a 2/3, 1/3 idea out of it. However, if you wanted to break them up into 2 bags, by all means, go right ahead. So it looks like I now have my stiff peaks. Just verify there. Yep. You can see peaks are forming and not falling. Now you're going to take your can of sweetened condensed milk. You're just going to empty that bad boy right on in there. All right, so you are going to fold in the sweetened condensed milk and your inside portion of the Oreos, so about 2/3 of the Oreos. Oh yeah, that's gonna be awesome. All right, do a little more. All right, so that is folded in, nice and beautiful. Okay, then you're gonna take your sauces, your chocolate and your caramel sauce, and you're going to take a 1/4 cup of each and add them into this mix. And then the remainder is just going to be for some topping that we'll do later. If you do go with the Smuckers, kind of like I do, you can heat them up in these glass jars. I would say to be careful doing that. They can get very hot very fast. Ooh, see, very hot, very fast. Not what I meant to do. All right, now that I have 1/4 cup of each one on there, we're going to lightly Stir it in. Just so that it's all the way through and you get those nice streaks of chocolate and caramel. Just letting you know that this is going to be amazing. All right. Nothing crazy. Then you can use a 9x5 loaf pan if you have one of those, or a glass one, that would work too. I use these containers, which they're actually too shallow to fit all of it, so I have to use 2 of these containers to do it. But that's okay, because then I can have one in my house and I can take one to a friend. Then I'm not left with all of this because I will destroy all of this. So then you transfer the contents from your bowl into whatever serving container you're going to use. Then it's time for the toppings. Now that those are in the dishes, we are going to take the rest of our Oreo crumbs and sprinkle those bad boys right on top. Okay. Now that those are in, now you're going to take some of your sauces that you used before and you're just going to do a light drizzle across the top of each. If you want to get fancy, go ahead and do some type of fancy pattern. That's not necessary. Just give a nice light line across the top of each one. Or instead of a nice line, you can do a thick glob. My bad. Oh well, that's going to be a very caramely bite. Like I said, if you microwave them, be careful. You get hot. I will say if you do the squeeze bottles of the chocolate sauce and caramel sauce, it does make this part a lot easier. But like I said, I just like the way that these sauces thicken up once they get in the freezer. There. Anyone else need it? Right there. Alrighty. And there you have it. That is Oreogasm No Churn ice cream right there. It is that simple. All you have to do now is pop it in the freezer for at least 5 hours. I like to do overnight, but if you're trying to do it same day, at least 5 hours. That way it gets nice and solid, you know. You will be able to know when it's done. It'll act just like normal ice cream. And enjoy. This is some incredible stuff. You are going to love this. But no matter what, let me know in the comments down below if you give it a try. I would love to hear back from you. If there's anything that you would change, any improvements that you make when you make it yourself, by all means, I would love to try it out. Now, I am David Stallings. I'm a broker with Windermere, and I am the Baking Realtor. Take care. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun.